D's. Kenny
I've
doesn't
been
even
there.
like Jimmy D's.
The
Kenny
bouncer
can't even
doesn't
get
like me
into
at Jimmy D's.
Nothing will beat him. Just the bouncer, Jimmy D's, Kenny and Addy every time. You got a belt on this pants? I think he asked that to Addy. Like every time, he's like, "Do you own a belt?" I think I was like, "Oh, dude, come on."
The same thing happened at the other place. What was the other place called?
Completely random.
No. The
I
other
don't
place
want. I don't
next
want
to,
to shout them out.
Yeah,
Nope,
we shout them out.
Nope.
That's where all the old people go, where our co-host goes and hangs out with all the Never mind, we can say that.
Honestly, like, guys, I don't really know what else to say. What do you want to talk about this game? Like,
Yeah,
I have a poem for Onana if you want to hear it, but like, other than that, like, we can talk about anything else.
No, dude, I think you're right.
Oh,
I think it's very simple when you just say there's nothing good about Man United. There's nothing good about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Mazraoui got cooked twice for the first 2 goals. That just shot. The first one, that was shocking. I don't care how good of a ball that was. I mean,
he was ball watching.
40-yard, and he was 10 yards behind Matoma. Free tap in. That was a class ball. That was class. And then he runs into the post. He deserved all that.
Let's try not to be negative.
Why?
Let's try to be positive. No, because I want to say this. Let's think about solutions.
Before
what
you do.
Solutions? Go ahead. Talk about Onana and how bad he is.
Well, no, that's the only thing. Because if we're going to be positive, I'll just have to get this out the way.
Yeah.
Oh, God, here we go.
To Andre. Some have Onas, some have Onos. But I guess you decided you wanted both of those. You say you're a keeper, but you are a liar. It's only year 2, but you should retire.
Oh.
Hang up the jersey, pack up the gloves, say your goodbyes. Your time is up. With love, Kenny.
Oh, wow.
Oh, class.
Let's put a beat to that now.
Thank you.
All right.
Brought a tear to my eye.
Oh,
me too.
Where
Kenny,
does he
Kenny
rank on the worst goalkeepers in the league?
It's bottom 5. Bottom 5.
After Ramsdale's abysmal performance today,
he's in that 5 too.
Yeah, but again, another player that they let Ten Hag sign with no pushback on why he wanted him. This is supposed to be a ball-playing goalkeeper.
No, I'm sorry. We got new solutions.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
well,
all right. So,
Goldbridge called Onana. Goldbridge called Onana a vampire because he's terrified of crosses. It's not been a more real statement.
I mean, that's world class right there.
All right, realistic solutions. Striker, they're stuck with the 2 they got because they bought both of them. So for now, you don't have any other solutions. The number 10, so to speak, I don't know where you go. I mean, Ahmad, if we're going to talk about a bright spot, this kid's
the only one that plays.
This kid
goals,
is absolutely
dude.
incredible.
Yeah. I mean, well, here's a question, I guess. Do you think he should be the 10, or do you think he should be right wing back?
I don't know.
Oh, the 10.
That's the problem. Like with the system,
know.
I don't know yet.
See, this
maybe
is
maybe like a 10. Maybe like a 10, but he's a free-flowing 10. He kind of floats around like Palmer. He can go out wide.
It's tough when you have Bruno in there too. So
that's the thing, though. Like I really, he's brilliant, but I really don't like Bruno in the system. Like I really don't.
Solutions, brother, solutions.
I know, but that's making me think of what is the solution.
I mean, let's talk about the best. I mean, if you talk about the 3 guys that you don't like Bruno in the system, it's hard to have arguably your best creator, Ahmad, be a right wing back, and then Kobe Maynard, as you said, Kenny, just can't play in a 2 system. So it's almost just like those three guys.
Uh-huh.
It's just not like, again, we got a manager coming in. He's playing his system. I get that. But it's like, at what point do these Premier League managers say, I can play another system to fit the players I got right now?
Well,
he keeps saying he's not going to do it, which I get. He wants to go down with the ship. I hope he learns something from Ange. Like, maybe it's not the best idea. But there's also this sense of, you just got hired, so you got so much job security, you might as well do whatever.
uh-huh.
But, like, so...
In this team...
Ugarte and Mainu, I'm cool with that. I want the system tweaked a little bit so Mainu's legs don't fall off by the time he's 25. Like, he's not a runner. I guess it would work if they had another runner in there, but they don't because Casemiro and Eriksen are gone. Mason Mount, I mean, we talked about his career.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, just to go back to our question, Diallo in this current team, I think should be wing back. The wing backs that you need for this system need to be like forward facing and just going. So like him, and then, I mean, Diallo doesn't defend anyway, so he can be out there because he'll run forward. But I guess part of the solution as well is they're going to sell Anthony. Anyone else see the news?
I saw they were loaning him.
Yeah, I saw a loan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I don't think they can
that's
sell
a solution. That's a solution.
I don't think they can sell him because his wages are probably ridiculous and no one will buy him.
Yep.
Same with Rashford. Like, Rashford was supposed to leave weeks ago. He's still there. I saw this week they want to sell Garnacho.
Uh-huh.
Oh, clubs in absolute
again,
shambles.
Would the January window open the first of the month, correct?
Yeah. Not much activity going on.
I mean, we still got these guys. We still got Rashford there. We still haven't sold Anthony. TikTok was able to be unbanned within 12 hours. You're telling me that we can't get it? You're telling me that we can't make the paperwork be pushed on this? Come on, guys. Like,
dude,
how long do these decisions make, dude?
Dude, there's so many teams. Like, there must be something going on because there are so many teams that are begging for players. Like, Arsenal are begging for attackers. Liverpool are begging for a left back. United are begging to get rid of players.
It's like the domino effect. Everyone's just waiting to see what their first move is. They're like, okay, so they did go with the left back. All right, now let's go ahead. Like,
and everyone's waiting around, and Pep's spending $200 million, showcasing how brilliant of a manager he is with his £200 million signings that he's going to bring in January. Like,
yeah, I mean,
do something. You all have money. Like, I don't want to hear that these clubs don't have money. Like, they can all spend money.
I think it's like the PSR thing, whatever rule that is. That's the only term I've seen. I couldn't explain to you, like, how that works. But you're right. Players are needed and players need to be sold. But with...
Dude, there's no rules.
Man
City's still spending $200 million. Like, there's no rules, dude.
We forgot to mention Holland's 9.5-year contract and how he's going to tie his career down at Manchester City.
That's crazy.
I honestly have no words for it. I don't know what to say. Like, it's bad. Not bad, because obviously, like, highest paid player ever, whatever, but I don't know what to say. 10 years at Man City's, like, okay.
So
I don't know what to say.
They said his base salary without, like, all of his performance bonuses is $500,000 a week. For 9.5 years.
We're going to be 34 when we see potentially Holland play for another team.
I mean, he'll probably be
I
like
also
LAFC or something.
I saw that there is a release clause in it, but I don't think it comes effective till like 2029 or something. And I think they said it's like a ridiculous number.
Well,
I've always said I'd love to see him play at Barca, even though I love, like, one of the best players in the world playing the Prem. I still think he's like he'd be a Barca type of player. Like, bring back the Madrid Barca rivalry, have Mbappe versus Holland.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's like Barca, like, I know a lot can change.
Anyways.
Yeah, a lot can change, but Barca definitely aren't in the financial position where they can pull that off.
I mean, I completely get it, and I think at the end of the day, it just comes to show that United, there are no solutions right now. I recommend Amarim maybe do some attacking passing patterns, something that this podcast is very familiar with. Defending set pieces,
please.
Remove any butter or materials that are slippery from a refrigerator. I don't like any other solutions that you want before we wrap up this Prem roundup and go to Mucky.
Yeah, they're gonna have to stop the pregame popcorn for Onana. But I think what they should do, and they've gotten really good at this. United, I will say that they're the best team in the world at this. I think they should continue getting rid of all of the people that work in the background, like get rid of all the accountants, get rid of everyone. That way, the only people left at the club are the players. Because United, when it comes to getting rid of assets and just getting rid of employees, nobody does it better than United. So shout out to them. They can't even have people sit on the computer anymore and sell merchandise because they're like, you know what, we don't need you anymore. You might need them. And I don't, never mind, Muck, go ahead. I've had enough United talk.
No, I mean, it's a nice little roundup. Smitty, that was the last game because Chelsea plays tomorrow, right?
Yes, they play Wolves at the Bridge.
So maybe we'll have some commentary there later in the week, but that's basically how we saw this weekend in the Prem. Definitely a lot to unpack. And now I think it's only right that I hand the floor to our storytime bestseller, Mucky. The floor is yours.
Mucky, you can talk about a man getting implants?
I'm not, no.
Okay,
but
good,
I do
good.
recommend anyone listening to this portion, save this bit for nighttime. It's a little bedtime story for you here. This comes from George Best. He was coaching in Australia with Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, and Puskas. They were doing some academy coaching, and the younger players, they weren't aware who Puskas was. Puskas, if you don't know, he started to get pretty overweight and in his old age. So the youngsters didn't respect him at all, didn't know who he was, made fun of him. At one point in a training session, they let the players decide which coach had to hit the crossbar. And out of 10 times, they chose Puskas, the old fat one, basically. Now, they asked how many they thought he would hit. They said under 5, 100%. Puskas then goes 9 for 9. And on the 10th shot, he scooped the ball in the air, flicked it over his head, and then hit a volley just cannoned off the crossbar. And all the players just sat there stunned and asked, who is this guy? Who is that? And George Best said, to you, his name is Mr. Puskas.
And the award was born. Wow. I like that. Huh. Okay.
Never count out the old fat coaches, dude.
One of a kind. That's aura. That's aura right there.
That is aura.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's another banger of a story. This guy, man, he doesn't miss, does he?
And we're glad TikTok's back, so now we can get the algorithms back in it again. Yeah. But yeah, that's story time. I think Dennis Law just passed away, so R.I.P. But this joke was not about you, but did mention it. But yeah, that's another episode of Remotely Related in the books. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next week. Peace.